Hi, and welcome back to the channel, guys. We are continuing the Pacific. This is episode 3 titled Melbourne. So, I guess we're going to Australia in this one.
Yep, I'm trying to stay true to not knowing anything about it before I get here. So it's actually the first time I see the title. So yeah, Australia would be a good guess.
A good bet here, yeah.
At the same time, as I said last time, let's go old school on this. And then I skipped a week because I just couldn't make it. So old school with technical issues. So sometimes you have to skip a week.
Yeah.
Sorry
There's
about
gonna
that.
be some breaks here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we're back and now we can continue the Pacific. I've been looking so much forward to this. I really enjoy the reactions that we're doing together and the discussions. And thank you all so much for all the kind things that you're saying in the comments. We really enjoy reading the comments and all the extra little tidbits. So just keep on doing that. It's awesome.
And I get some good hints for things I can look up on the internet or books to read and stuff like that. So thank you for that. I like that.
Yes, that is what we like. But unless you have anything else, I think we're just gonna jump into this episode. You can of course always check out our full length reactions over on Patreon, where you can sync up the reaction to your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for shows like Avatar: The Last Airbender. As I said, it's all over on Patreon. You can find it in the link down in the description below. And here we go. Yep, Australia.
And they put us on the map again. That's good.
Thank you.
Yep.
Fucking Australia, mate!
What the hell is this? What the? Hiya, Yanks.
Yeah. They're not aware that in Australia it was like, well, if they take that part, then they won't attack Australia, more or less. So they're afraid the Japanese will go that way or cut off the supply lines to the United States and so on.
Yeah. So they did save them. They are heroes in that regard, definitely.
How many Japs you kill, Yank? You kill many Japs?
They need to adjust their people skills after Guadalcanal.
Yes. This is something very different.
Yeah.
I think that's what this episode is going to show us is, life then outside of combat or, after having endured what they endured in the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Even though I know they're most likely going to return to combat. This is just a what do you call it? A leave? Or they're on leave?
R&R, rest and recuperation.
R&R, yeah.
All arriving personnel, this is your billeting area. You will be directed by your company.
Let's go! Grab those packs!
Might not be the most luxurious stay, but still better than what they just...
Yeah.
Melbourne, here we come!
Alright.
We'll hit the streets.
Hey, buddy, rest up. All right?
They want to go out in the real world.
Yeah. Go out and mingle, have a beer. Maybe find a nice lady.
Who knows?
Who knows? Ice cream.
It's like St. Mark's on Woodward.
Whiskey? Gin?
All of it.
Rum? Vodka? Rye?
One of each.
And you call that?
Oh, they're mixing it.
You're sure gonna be trouble tonight, Cobber.
Here you go, Manny. To Manny.
Oh, yeah.
Outside's a bit more like a game of roaches. Every step we take, and bloody hell, there's another yank under our boot.
Easy now.
I'm guessing this is one yank we don't have to worry about anymore.
Oh, don't...
With a pair of chopsticks up your ass, you stupid fuck.
Okay, that's it.
Let us buy you the next round of drinks. Otherwise, what kind of host would we be?
Thank you.
Nice catch.
Yeah.
Problem is that every Marine within the block would come running, so...
Yeah. If you hit one Marine, you're gonna have to fight all of them.
Yep.
Dude.
What the hell's he doing?
Oh, hey, Lucky, come on!
Lucky, what the hell? Excuse me, sir, ma'am.
Collect me at home.
Being sober would be a plus. I'm Stella. In case you were wondering what to call me.
Well, you got guts, Ratty.
Stella.
Thank you very much. That made my night. Better laminate that made my night.
I wonder how long they're going to stay there. Oh no.
Morning call?
Oh no. Oh, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Can't sleep through that. They need some new gear.
They look nice and worn out.
Okay.
Company dismissed.
You are about to be awarded the Medal of Honor.
Hey. Here.
Get yourself a big breakfast and a pot of coffee, and you come back here when you're respectable.
Yes, sir.
Ah, jeez.
He's a good man, Chesty.
Yeah.
Hands off the merchandise.
Meaning there'll be none of that.
There's no problem there. I'm not much of a dancer, sir.
That's not what you meant.
That's right. Take your time. A little closer.
That's a nice game.
Every Marine in this establishment will produce a Liberty Pass or will return immediately to his billet.
That'll what, partner? Stealing an MP's Jeep, are you kidding me? Come on, I'll hop in. Remember what Chesty told you. Don't screw this up.
Always nice with a buddy looking out for you.
Sergeant John Bessalone is hereby awarded the Medal of Honor.
I think there's something about he was sent back home to the States to promote war bonds or something like that.
Barcelona?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And after a while didn't quite fit in, so
yeah, we'll see.
Sent back,
yeah.
These are for you.
I hope you're hungry.
That would be a yes.
Little hint for the young ones out there: always pick the flowers one street down.
Yeah, not next door.
Αυτός έκλεψε μερικά τριαντάφυλλα από την αυλή της κυρίας Πάνδρα. Άστε να φωνάζει.
I thought you were going for a stroll.
Nope.
Good news, Bob. You're staying for dinner.
You didn't touch the feta. No, Mama. I'll start cleaning up.
You see? Good girl, my Stella.
I was about to guess Greek.
Yeah.
Especially because of the feta.
That girl in the kitchen, my only blessing. I prayed for more, but God said no. So, where do you stay with the Marines?
They put us in the stadium where you play cricket.
What? You will stay here tonight. Stella, get the bed ready in the spare room, please.
Yeah, okay.
I can't do that. I can never repay you.
You can help clear the vines from the roof.
Yes, you will do that. You will make this your home.
Twist the guy's arm.
They are very welcoming.
Yep.
Only thing they really know about him is just what he told them and the fact that he's an American Marine.
Yep.
But yeah, just stay here, make it your home, and have our daughter while you're at it.
Apparently, yeah.
Apparently. But we know like him. We know he's a good guy and very intelligent as well and all of that.
Yeah, right now he's more like Goofy, I guess.
I'm guessing he's like taken aback by all of this a little bit because it is very quick and sudden, and when, as I said, they are very welcoming.
Yep.
Been a while.
No. Stay right there. I think we should give it another go.
Americans.
Give me a couple of
I'll wait before they reload.
Minutes. Jesus.
Swear. I'm just waiting for the clock to hit midnight and my sanity bell goes ringing.
I had a brother who died too.
Miscarriage?
No one talks about him when he was a baby, just a few days old and didn't live. My ma got sick and wasn't able to have any more.
Quite a contrast from Guadalcanal.
Very much.
We start by restoring their bodies, the rest, their play. Then we work on their pride and remind them they're Marines. It's a hell of a lot easier to raise money when there's a face behind it and a heroic story attached to it. Like yours, selling U.S. war bonds is just as important, just as life-saving as what you did on Guadalcanal. Go on. Get it done, Sergeant.
Well, those two are certainly enjoying life.
Yep.
I can't get a leg of lamb, but you do.
Well, American ingenuity and a few packs of Lucky Strikes.
What, you thought Uncle Sam was gonna pay for your great D-box forever? Semper Fi.
Gotta get back in shape.
Yeah, that had to happen at some point.
Yeah, this was not gonna
training and yeah,
it's not gonna last forever. All the good stuff.
Do it! Come on, Gibson. Come on,
You gotta be kidding.
Hey,
what are you doing?
You shot some poor farmer's cow!
It was gonna be steak anyway.
Not if it's a dairy cow, you idiot! Good shot, Gibson. What kind of morons have you become?
Fucking morons, yeah.
You will march the 100 miles back to Melbourne and be in the arms of your Aussie girlfriends in 3 days. Move out!
that must suck.
Yeah.
Driving 100 miles out and saying, well,
walk back. In the heat and everything. Plus, it's Australia. There are many dangerous animals.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And he got bit by something?
Nah, just by walking.
Ah.
You first.
Big smile blisters.
Ugh.
Yep.
Oh, sweet Jesus, that feels good.
Some of them can barely walk.
Couple of doors down. Just right up? Yeah, I'll take this for you.
You have to go away, Bob.
Hmm?
I don't want to have a baby with you.
Don't have to.
Are you pregnant?
No, no.
You're not.
Bob, you and I aren't going to have a family, and we're not going to get married, and you are never coming back to Melbourne.
You're dumping me because you think I'm gonna get killed?
I don't just lose you. My ma does too. I can't do that to her, and I won't let you. She's lost so much already, Bob. She's praying for you to come back to us.
She could save her breath.
I get where she's coming from and all that.
A soldier going to war is not marrying material. So
no, not necessarily, but
that's not when they just met each other and
yeah. Plus, it's not even like his country. Like if he survives the war, then he's most likely gonna go home. Most likely.
Fuck off.
No, seriously, I gotta piss like terrible. You gotta cover for me, okay?
I can't. Drunk as a skunk.
1 minute. That's all I need. Come on.
Shit. Drunk as a skunk, and who's gonna show up?
Probably an officer.
Yeah, a superior, most likely. Yep.
Are you out of your
I'm
mind?
the fucking guard on guard,
You
dude.
pull a fucking sidearm
asshole.
on an officer?
Ken and I went for a quick piss. Lucky was just covering. Fucking prick!
Stand at attention.
Fuck you! I said stand at attention! I said fuck you!
Whoops.
Yep.
Oh, they both got, locked up. Or what do you call that? Detention? Or
yeah, probably.
Get to enough bases, you score a run.
Sounds like rounders. We play that in school.
Yeah, rounders. We played that in school as well.
I wanted to inherit a solid outfit, so I volunteered you for reassignment.
You booting us?
No, not you. Lecky.
One fuck up and you're reassigned.
Swim around for days, weeks, get strafed by Jap zeros. Finally, the Navy picks you up. Think about how many war bonds you'd sell then. Probably give you another medal. I've been sending my poker winnings home to her.
Hey, 700 of that's mine. It's a good thing about leaving. I won't lose any more money to you. This hero coming with me.
Yeah, it's tough. Losing one of your buddies and then having to abandon your other buddies, and yeah, I'm guessing he feels like he's abandoning them.
Yeah, you have the same with Eugene. He kind of feels that he couldn't go.
Yeah, and then,
to war with his friends. This guy's been there, is going away again. So
yeah. Were those balloons or condoms?
Yeah, that looks
a lot like condoms.
Yep.
Poor Lecky.
Yeah.
Did not have a good ending for him, this whole getting into a romantic relationship with an Australian girl. And that's the end of the episode. Yeah. Fair enough.
But I understand from the girl point of view that they dropped by shortly, and it's not something to base a long-term relationship on. No. So
I think like most of them were, mentally preparing for this anyway, and they were very much aware that if I do hook up with an American Marine, a Yank, then it's just going to be for a short period of time. And that's probably also why a lot of them, they were very quick to, hook up with them and start some sort of a relationship so that they could just, get as much out of
have a good time, and it was more like a summer holiday fling.
Yeah, exactly. It's more like a holiday fling where you just spend a lot of time together and you have fun and you enjoy each other's company, and then when the time comes, it's probably goodbye forever. And then with that being said, I totally get Stella and her being like, I'm actually really growing fond of you, and it's not just me, it's my family as well, my mom in particular, and I don't want her to get hurt, or I don't want her to get disappointed, because let's be honest, you're not coming back. And Lecky took it as, okay, so you expect for me to get killed over there. I think it was both that, but also she knows, as we also said out loud, like this is, Australia is not his home. Melbourne is not his home. Like he's going to go back to the States if and when he survives the war. I'm guessing he does, but yeah, so it is very understandable. But also, that it sucks for Lecky that he didn't get, a good ending to his summer fling like so many others did.
Yeah. But I think they've been writing a lot about in the comments that this is going to be a hard thing to watch, the Pacific. This was kind of nice. It was like a nice holiday. I think they did it in the right way to show that these fighting soldiers, men from Guadalcanal, actually became young boys when they got to Melbourne and met up with the
locals
again, the
and,
locals, young girls. They did it with the last scene here where a young boy meets young girl. The whole insecureness of that. These guys been fighting in Guadalcanal as men, so the contrast between that is quite good, I think.
Yes, it's nice very striking, and I also like that they actually spend a whole episode doing this, because that also really shows you the contrast between what they just did and then this whole R&R trip and now them going back. So it's just they arrived at the start of the episode, leaving again at the end, and we've been with them, and we could see like how they were acting differently, and how, as you said, they became like almost like boys again in many aspects, and they just focused on having a good time and also getting into some trouble here and there. It was just acting very different compared to what they do when they are actually in war, where it's serious business. At
the same time, mentally, this is very hard for them to go from the Guadalcanal fighting and to a nice area like that, meeting local girls, talking to civilians, really having a good time, and then having to say goodbye again. That kind of hurts mentally. So sometimes it's better to not go all the way out there and go an R&R on less populated places or something like that. So they relax in another way, but they don't have to go through this meeting up with someone, liking them, having to say goodbye, and it hardens people a bit more if they're not in the nice environment like Melbourne and places like that. And sometimes you also come across that people's been out at war. They work hard, but they also party hard afterwards. So you didn't see much about that there, but
but I could imagine there was way more incidents where like they got
every now and then the MPs become very busy.
They probably had a lot to do and way more than what we saw in the episode. But as you're saying, like it's being in a place like this and getting attached to the life and the people and everything, and especially the girls that they did hook up with, that will make it so much harder for them to leave, and it will probably stay with them for a while, and maybe even
it's hard to connect to someone and then disconnect again. And they also put it in this episode with the being ordered somewhere else, so being transferred to somewhere else, then you leave your unit,
you leave friends, your men,
the one that you just learned to trust in the battlefield, that you know they'll have your back and you'll have theirs. You have the same with Barcelona, that he got sent back home, which should be nice, but he was like feeling, well, this is wrong, I'm leaving them behind.
I'm not supposed to do this. We're supposed to go home together, all of us, after we've done this thing. But he, I'm sure, like, he understands why he has to do it, and I think Chesty explained it in a good way, that like this, what you're doing and what you're going to do with selling war bonds is just as fucking important as what we're doing in Guadalcanal. What we did, basically, because we need the money, we need the gear, we need the right equipment, because otherwise we can't do it.
He tried having old guns and seeing the army arriving with newer guns, so he knows the whole concept of, I want newer stuff.
Yes, it would benefit them greatly if they had the right equipment, or the newest equipment at least. It was both nice to see that Barcelona, he got we got the Medal of Honor, and they really recognized like his heroics and everything he did. But then seeing him being like, oh, and then I have to leave my men, and then you also feel sorry for him. So it is a precarious situation, and I get why he feels the way that he does. And just returning to Lecky real quick, once again, I just feel so bad for him, because you brought it up. He's being transferred. So not only did he not have a good end to his little summer fling, holiday fling, he's also has to leave all of his friends and go be in a different unit. So it's just it didn't really end in a good way for him at all, actually. No. Like, there's a good reason for him to be kind of like, damn it, towards the end.
That's a double dip on that one.
Yeah, poor guy. Because I really like him, and the way that, I mentioned it, he's an intelligent guy, and I think he's a very good person as well, and he's trying to enlighten some people sometimes about the stuff that he's reading. He's reading up on other cultures. I like that very much as well. And it is understandable that he sort of lashed out because of what just happened between him and Stella. It's just a shame that he decided to lash out there in front of a superior officer.
With a grudge as well, so yeah.
Yeah, that had consequences. So yeah.
But it's a nice episode, nice, quiet. It shows things that once you come out of combat, you need time to recuperate from that whole experience. And it also put in a little short passage about that, well, we need to get them back in shape. And the whole driving out 100 miles and walking back, well, that's a hard way to get people in shape. But you also need to do the training. You can relax for a little while, but then you need to get back in shape because the war's not over. And they know they're going to be sent to
they need to
into battle again
to keep up with and stay sharp, so to say, both physically but also mentally. And I think that was something that Chesty said as well, like, we're building them up physically again, and they're training and sparring and going on these long walks and everything, but they also need to instill some pride in them again, and work on their mental state, so that they also, like, everything checks out as much as possible, at least, because when you go to war, then
and you have to be with your unit for a while, because you've been in it together with your unit. If you go just around all the civilians or talk with the girls and stuff like that, you don't talk about all the bad stuff that you've seen with those with people who haven't been there. So it's good to get unit time together as well.
Stay in it a little bit.
Yeah, to sort of mentally work it through with your friends.
Yes.
Because you can't tell that to anyone else, or at least not in a way that they will get it.
No, you can definitely talk about it, but talking about it with someone who's been through the same thing as you or with you, that's, they will understand it that much more, and then you can process it together.
Most people who've been to combat won't bother talking with non-combatant about it, because you can't really relay it the way it was. It's just like if you go on a vacation and you are in a place that's so beautiful and you see it 3D, and you come home and try to explain that to your girlfriend or whatever, you can't really put them in that place.
No, not at all. Like, and even a picture won't do it justice at all. Like, you can talk and you can show all you want, but unless you've been there yourself, actually, then you won't understand. And like, that's something for me personally. Like, I haven't been in the military. I've never been just not even close to a combat situation or having to go out and do something in a different country, whereas you have. So I don't like. We've talked about stuff sometimes, but I obviously don't know what it really feels like, and I'm not going to pretend like I do, because I don't, and I haven't been in a situation like that, and there's nothing wrong with that at all.
No.
That's just
good.
Yep.
Don't go anywhere like that.
I'm thinking you don't know.
Most people just want to talk with someone who's been there about it, and that's why you can see, like, if you look at Band of Brothers and stuff like that, it's when you get older, when you get much older, at some point the process of mentally working through it sort of lets you open up a little bit and talk about it, but it takes quite a while. I think these guys from the Pacific, from Guadalcanal and later campaigns, and what they saw there really took a lot of time before they could mentally process it.
Yeah, and open up about it. And I know some of them definitely, like, they wrote a lot of stuff down about their experience and what they thought. And that's also a way to process it on your own, and then others can read it and maybe get something out of it. But you just mentioned, Band of Brothers. That was definitely something we saw in that We Stand Together Alone. I think that was the name of it. The little documentary that was like a follow-up to the series, and we watched that together. It's still on Patreon if you guys haven't seen it. And yeah, they definitely showed there that like when they got older and they got together and they really started to open up and talk about it, and it does take a while to process and everything. So and yeah, all in all, I'm kind of glad we got this episode because it really showed the contrast. But now I'm eager to see where we're gonna go from here. In the next episode, it's probably gonna be some more combat and death and tragedy and all of that is gonna come back.
From comments, I expect that. As I said, I don't even know the titles of the different episodes. And
me neither.
I'm gonna see them one at a time.
Yes.
And then react to it. And
exactly. Going into it as blind as possible, even though like you obviously have some prior knowledge about some stuff and just a good like base knowledge about like military protocols and everything beforehand. And
I think from part 2 someone wrote in the comment about the Barcelona, so that's probably where some of the stuff you write down in the comments, I pick it up. I might even remember some of it, and then I'll put
repeat
it in the
repeat
it where am I.
Exactly. But yeah, unless you have anything else, I think we're just gonna end this one right here. Say thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we will see you very soon. Bye.